Good morning, Eliathah. This is DeAndre Holland. This week we experienced six shootings, half of them which happened in America and the rest happened in around the world, including Jamaica. This shows us that we're living in perilous times, but of course, it's easy to just caught in this trap of have to deal with everything that's happening in the world. Which is why I'm giving you guys 10 things that I've learned from what the pastor said last week on his on the third part of the Greatest Strategist to help us navigate throughout this life in order to get closer to Jesus. Number one is life is unpredictable. It's easy to think that we have a structured lifestyle, but at the same time, we have to understand that life is unpredictable and help us to understand that we can't have a structured lifestyle and so on. Number two, stop being extra. It's easy to get caught with doing too much. We have to get rid of any unnecessary tasks so we can focus on the tasks that is more important. Number three, stop making foolish choices. You can't just make wise decisions out of foolish thinking. You have wise thinking or wise strategies rather in order to make those wise decisions. Number four, stop living in darkness. Now, we're all caught up in this world, but it's easy to just sin against God. We have to come out of darkness into light in order to experience God's goodness in us, and in order to ask Him to help us make godly decisions for others. Number five, don't be complacent. Even though, while yes, we're supposed to do the right things, we can't just rely on our own works alone because yes, even prophecy is fulfilling, so we can't just rely on our good works to save us. Only through Christ alone. Number six, don't waste time deal with everything. It's easy to think that we have to deal with everything in this world, but our job is to not deal with everything. Our job is to focus on Christ, to bring others to Him, and let Him deal with everything, because He's only He's in control. Number seven, be realistic instead of being imaginary. Well, yes, it's easy to think that we're up to par with Christ, but we can't just be out of wishful thinking. We have to be real with ourselves, whether we're in Christ or not, and to make intentional decisions in order to be more like Christ, and not just rely on what's happening in our own heads. Number eight, stop making excuses. While yes, things are happening around us, but it's easy to just make decisions that this is attacking us and so on. We have to ensure that Christ knows what He's doing, so we can't just lay in our problems, but only to give them up to Christ. Number nine, stop criticizing others. Well, while yes, of course, we may we may criticize people because we're expected to be good people, of course, but we can't do that because when we judge others, we're pretty much going to judge ourselves, judging our own selves, of course. Within that matter, we have to reach out to others and to show them the way how to be more like Christ, not to just criticize them just because they're not living the way how we are living. Because that's what Christ expects us. Christ expects us to help others become more like Christ, so that He can rejoice us once we get into His kingdom. And number nine, accept reality. Of course, while yes, while these things are happening in this world, we have to ensure that these things that are happening in this world is to bring God glory and not to put us down. So while we do have to accept prophecy, accept reality, and accept the things that are happening in this world, these things these things of course you all use for God to bring glory and to shame the devil. So we have to keep trusting God at all times. Trust God at all times. Keep praying that God will come through in our situation. And those are the 10 things that I've learned from what the pastor spoke last week, and I hope this week will be more important to us as we wrap up the series, the great strategist in this quarter, in this month. May God bless you all.